Peace and blessings. Hey, Joshua, 2020 Slide. What's up, baby? Thanks for joining. Hey, Gaia Love. What's going on, everyone? Haven't been here in a long time. I don't know. I just can't muscle up the strength to come on YouTube. But I'm good. Hope everyone else is doing well. Please make sure you hit that like, Queen Diva. Hello, my queen. Gaia, how you doing, baby? I hope all is well with you. I came on tonight because I'm going to talk about this Akira Wilson. I've been holding this story, and I want to make sure that I put this story out here because this young lady was unalived in November, and they still haven't arrested anyone for her unalivement. That's not a word, but I don't want to use the other word because YouTube will kind of ding you for that. They won't run the commercial on it. And I had that happen to me with my last video. They did not monetize it. They didn't put commercials to it because I think a couple of things happened there. So you got to be really cautious when you say, certain words on here. But this story really, really bothers me because I don't know why they haven't arrested this young man when they know who the young man is. They know who was with her last, the two young adults, and probably because they are afraid. The grandmother said that they were afraid that they would seek street justice on these people. And then in another breath, they said they believe he's an informant. So I'm going to run a couple of videos with the mother and the grandmother talking. The grandmother was on another platform. Here's the deal. I invite people to the platform because I'm not a big content creator. I don't count to a lot of people, so they don't come on smaller platforms. Even if they ask me, would I pay them something? I would be at live to pay them something as long as the price is not too outrageous, right? But a lot of little content creators don't get the exposure and they don't get people to come on their platform because we are little. But a voice is a voice. As long as I'm putting a story out there, that's what you should be concerned with, that more and more people are hearing about what's going on. So we're going to talk about young Akira Wilson, because according to her family, she was beautiful, spirited, very smart. She went one of the best schools in the DMV area, Jackson Reed High School. She was due to graduate. She wanted to be a mortician. She wanted to open up her own funeral home. And so they spoke very highly of her. And according to what the family said, she was a well-rounded young lady that made a decision. And this is where we got to be really careful. And I don't even know really what we can say to our teenage daughters, about friendship, being very selective in who you call a friend and who you go out with, because she elected to have this little girl she had met as her friend. And it sounds like the little girl may have set her up. I have some questions only because I don't know if they were going to the movie. How did they end up getting a hotel room? That's what's kind of baffling to me. But let's watch a little bit of this clip and see. This is something positive. This is something that needs to go through the airway. We know digital media is the big thing now, and you don't get a lot of eyes and ears to hear this information, so they can use their platforms to put it out. But I'm always going to continue to do me. I haven't been really dipping too much in what's happening in the area, the beef sector, so I can't speak on anything, and I choose not to. But I have been somewhere else, and there is some tea about some other stuff, but I don't know if you know those people. So let's take a little bit of, I'll do this video. And then Jamie Foxx, you guys, this really is puzzling to me because I tend to believe Jamie Foxx. You can't see Queen Diva? Oh, okay. Queen Diva, do you have Gaia blocked? You shouldn't. Gaia, we never blocked you. I've never blocked you, baby. I don't think Queen Diva, she don't block either. But anywho, this Jamie Foxx thing is a little triggering to me because I believe, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I do believe in conspiracies, and it is a strong possibility because Jamie Foxx began to talk about some things that Hollywood don't really want you to hear about, or the music industry. And when you talk about people who's up there in the chain, like the gatekeepers, you know who they are, like Puffy, Jay-Z. I know they are allegedly gatekeepers. And when you talk about partying with them and going to expose certain people in the industry, you don't last long. Either they're going to deem you crazy and start doing things to you to make people think you crazy, especially when you come down here and openly tell people you have dealt with mental issues. They will use that angle to get at you. But I don't think he's all crazy. I don't think so at all. And there's a possibility that someone is trying to get at him because he did say a little bit too much. And so I heard on other podcasts, and I heard other rappers and music in the music industry and other people say the same thing he said about the wild parties that a certain person hosts and what goes on there. And so I think Jamie Foxx had spoke about that months before he went to shoot this last movie that he is shooting. And he brought Cameron Diaz out of retirement to do this movie, and Glenn Close is in it as well. And they say he was really acting strange. He said someone tried to sell him a $40,000 watch. They tried to scam him, and they said he had been spiraling out of control. So I'm a bit concerned on what really happened to Jamie Foxx, and if someone is after him. See, people write that off like, oh no, he's just crazy. Oh, nobody's after him. And people don't believe. But sometimes when you go to expose people, a lot of times you risk your life. You really risk your life when you expose the dark side of people, or either the music industry or Hollywood. That's just how it works. And we all know they throw those type of parties with alcohol, drugs, and funny things happen. You just have to get down with that, or you don't go very far, they say. But let's talk about Akira, and then we'll go to Jamie Foxx. And I'll drop the link because I do believe something is going on with him. See, Diva's saying she don't have you blocked. So this is Akira Wilson. Let's deal with this.
Later, and still too shaken to talk about her daughter's murder, Akira Wilson's mother left it to allies to name the teens they believe killed the promising young senior at one of the city's most prestigious high schools.
The young adults responsible for the murder of Akira Wilson is
a family friend and Akira's great uncle accused a 19-year-old co-worker of Akira and an 18-year-old man who D.C. court records show has been a fugitive from justice, accused of armed carjacking in Maryland.
The other individual, the shooter in this case,
WUSA 9 is not naming the two, nor showing their faces, because police have not charged them. Days after Akira's murder, police did release these surveillance images of a man they called a person of interest, and the family says it is the same guy that they're naming. They accuse prosecutors of stalling and suspect the shooter may be helping investigators on other cases.
The family feels that this individual may be an informant for something larger with the U.S. Attorney's Office, and this is why they have failed to move forward.
A spokeswoman for the U.S. Attorney's Office declined to comment. Police say Akira was found dead from a single gunshot wound just before Thanksgiving in a room at the Hilton Garden Inn near Union Station. Her family says the female teen had invited her there for a party.
3 people went into that hotel room and 2 people came out.
Family members hinted darkly that the streets now know that Akira's killer is a police informant, and they suggested street justice could be coming for him if he doesn't confess and turn himself in.
Now, I have a question, because her grandmother, without a doubt, said that Akira had asked her, could she go to the movie, asked the mother. It appears to me from the way I'm putting things together, just from seeing them, that perhaps the grandmother and mother may live together, but she had asked them, could she go to the movies? They know beyond a shadow of doubt that Akira was going to the movies with this young lady. Now, this young lady, Akira befriended at the job. They had a part-time, they had a little job for the summer. Akira went away for she went away for a family function, and when she came back, the job liked her so much they offered her another job. Akira took the job, and this young lady was still there, and they became friends. The crazy thing is they know who was in that room. They know those three people were in that room, but the grandmother, I'll let you hear her say for herself, she knew without a shadow of doubt that Akira was going to the movie. How did she end up in a hotel room at a party? She told her mother and grandmother that she was going to the movie with this young lady. You hear on the news, they say that she was attending a party in a hotel room. But a party is not three people. You know, it was her and a little girl first, from what I gather. And then this gentleman comes in later, and the people work the front desk, allowed the gentleman to go up to the hotel room. Now, no one ever heard shots fired or anything. That's strange. Now, I believe that the family is telling the truth. I really do believe they telling the truth. I told you that they say she was a good young lady. She was beautiful. She was bright. You know, she had her whole life ahead of her. She liked everyone. And her grandmother says she was too friendly. The grandmother says she's not friendly like that. But Akira was too friendly, and that concerned her at some time because she just liked people, period. So why were they in that hotel room? Why did this gentleman, this journalist, just say that she was attending a party and there was only three people? So what type of party was that? And the young man came after Akira, and the little girl was in the hotel room. Now the family is suing the hotel. I want you to know that. The family is suing the hotel because someone worked there who no longer worked there now, admitted that he got the room for them because they were underage. And he got the room for them. He worked at the hotel, and he also gave the guy the key to get into the room with Akira and her friend. So he lost his job. Needless to say, the family is seeking a lawsuit against the hotel. Now, they told the family not to release the names of the two people involved or who they suspect to be involved because they didn't want them to get street justice. The family said, we waited for you enough, basically. We waited for you enough. You guys haven't arrested anyone. This case is moving slow, so we're going to reveal the two people. So take a look at this. Now, she was on Ratchet TV. Shout out to Ratchet. I told you I'd go over there and listen to Ratchet. And she was on, the grandmother was on the Ratchet show. So listen to this.
People who did it, and we found their photo. And they did ask us not to release it because they said that it possibly could start, you know, riots in the street and whatnot. Like I told them, I didn't care about any of that. I wanted Akira's life not to be in vain. I also wanted them arrested, and they still out here on the streets, walking around. No arrests have been made. And let me retract to her calling the police. When she got home, she never called the police.
Hold on, this is the girl she was with.
Ayani. She's on the video that you see when Shakira's went on her.
How do you spell her name?
Ayarny. Ayani. Dunbar. That's her name. And his name is Calico Ford. I think his name is spelled Khaillqo. Ford. And that's the young man who was in the room. But the picture that they have up with him with the mask on, like I told them, nobody knows who he is with the mask on. And we have pictures that shows who he is and who she is. Why didn't you want us to post it? What they kept telling us is that we already know who it is, you know. I guess they're supposed to be investigating them and keep questioning them and stuff, you know. But as of now, they have not even caught up with him, you know. I think that they have spoke with the young lady, but I'm not sure. But she never called the police and told them that Akira got shot. When the night that it happened, we left the hotel, Akira's mom and we went to the young lady's house. And when we got there, we knocked on the door. Of course, they did not answer. And then a few minutes later, um, they opened the door and we spoke with the mother and the sister. They also told us that um, Ayani told us what happened, and that they said that Akira, first it was Akira killed herself. We knew that that wasn't true because when we were there and with the detective said that they had already ruled it out. Alcohol wasn't a factor, drugs wasn't a factor, and that she had not killed herself. None of that was even in the room. When Kira went to the hotel, her and the young lady went to the hotel. The guy wasn't with them. The guy ended up coming, and an employee that works there at the hotel allowed him up. You have to have a key card when you go up. But the guy that worked at the hotel since have been fired. He was the one who let him out. He said that because we spoke to him as well. He said that they pressed him out. The boy pressed him out to get upstairs, to go up there. And he went on and let him upstairs. And if he had known that he was going up there and was going to do something to hurt Akira, he wouldn't have never let her up because he was the one who initially rented the room. Because Akira was going to the movies. Because her phone, her cell phone, which we don't have, but we have her laptop, and her laptop is hooked up to her cell phone. And so every message and everything that's down there says exactly what she had intended on doing.
So what did she intend on doing?
She intended on going to the movie. They got a new movie here with the pill.
So the grandmother's saying she intended on going to the movies, right? And that she ended up in this room and this guy rented this room. Like I said, the parents, the family is suing the hotel because of that. Now, my thing is, if they didn't allow the family, this is really sad, but I guess this is what DC does now. They did not allow them to see her. They didn't even see her. Now that's some crazy shit. They didn't give them her cell phone or anything that belongs to Akira. It's still in Metropolitan Police Department's possession. Now, why that? I'm inclined to believe perhaps he could be an informant. Now, a lot of times, if they're not picking them up, is a reason why they're not picking them up. I'm sure they probably have enough evidence, but if he's an informant, unfortunately, they're probably sacrificing this situation for the bigger fish that they are trying to get. And he may be an informant. Now, I don't know. You heard the grandmother. The grandmother showed the picture. She spelled the name. I mean, these names, how is that Ayana? It sounds like Ayana, but I don't know. She spelled the name and she spelled the name of both parties who was involved. And if Metropolitan Police DC have this information, I don't know why they're not arresting these gentlemen. I don't know why the little girl lied and said that she called and reported that something had happened to Akira. Now, they went to this little girl house. This little girl is still in the neighborhood, and so is he. But when they went to his family house, I guess his mother house, the mother has distanced herself from him because he's what they would call a problem child. He has given her a lot of problems. So he's just like out there on his own. But again, I question, why haven't they picked him up and charged him with this murder? I'm so confused on why they haven't charged this young man with this murder if they know for sure that he is the one who did it. They say they let him into the room, him and the little girl left, and Akira was the only one that didn't leave. But she was on Ratchet's channel, and she was saying that she don't care. They don't care at this point. They just want justice. And it sounds like that the family want any type of justice. And when you put that stuff out in the streets, especially in this area, in the DC area, you bound to get street justice. And that's the justice I guess they are calling for now. The family, allegedly, they are calling for street justice since the police are not doing their job. So I looked it up today to make sure that I didn't see any, there wasn't any updates. And it wasn't until this day, this young man and this young lady has not been charged with the murder of Akira Wilson. That's crazy. And now they don't let you see the person's body. They don't let you view them. They just told her that, hey, it was, I don't even know how they verified that it was her if they didn't let you see him. But I thought I heard the grandmother, hey, BB, nice, thank you, Queen and Jill. I thought I heard the grandmother say that they didn't even allow them to see her. So I'm not sure how they verified her. But I guess that's something that DC do now. You don't have to see or they don't let you see the body. I guess in these cases, I don't know. But again, I wonder why is not enough people out here yelling, marching, and doing all they could do to bring this family justice. See, you can always sue somebody and get millions of dollars. That will never bring your loved one back. Money will not bring your loved one back. May make you a little comfortable in your living, but again, it will not bring your loved one back. And that's the sad thing about it. You know, they can go and sue. Again, they need justice. They need this young man brought to justice. And again, he has a rap sheet. They may be using him to bring in a RICO charge, you know, to bring in a group more people that he hang around with or he know something about. And perhaps that's why they're not, you know, arresting him, and especially if he's an informant. You know, informants give you a lot of information. Let me see what this one
is. That they have that worked there, let him up. And when he went up there, that's when, I guess, I don't know what happened in the room. Still to this day, we don't know. The young lady is not.
But that's the picture of the two. Y'all see the picture of the two? So once they put that out in the street, you know somebody gonna know them. And perhaps somebody will do what they, you know, what they call street justice. Street justice. Sometimes you got to get street justice. I don't know how that would be well in their soul if somebody will go ahead and take care of these young people. You know, how would that make you feel? I don't know that that can console you or make you have any type of closure, knowing that someone else did the same thing to these two children, but in a different way. You know, y'all let me know. I don't know how they can feel anything if something was to happen to those two young people, knowing that someone took their loved one life. I don't know. But then again, you know, some people believe an eye for an eye. I don't know. But do you think, perhaps I'll ask y'all, do you think they're not arresting him because he could be an informant? Allegedly, he could be an informant for the MPD. And they need him to bring in some big fish. You know, they have a lot going around the DMV area, you know, and so maybe they doing that so he can, you know, give them information about a larger group that they're trying to get at for whatever reason, guns, drugs, or whatever. And so they not bothering him because I can't imagine them just not doing anything to this young guy. It's just hard to believe that they know where they at. They know where they live. They know they was there. They know that Akira was left in that room unalive and those two people left. So they know those two people know what's happening. And a lot of times when you get we need some, please like the video. You guys know I don't ask for much and I don't come down here. We have 27 big people in here tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Listen, I'm grateful for whoever's watching up in the clouds. or engaging in the chat. I'm definitely grateful for my mods, BB Nice and Queen Diva. I appreciate y'all very much. Trina B, thank you. And so I don't know what's going on here. Something is a little strange that this case is not solved, but why are there so many cases not being solved when I'm sure that the police have the leads on a lot of these cases? Why do they go unsolved? That's something that puzzled me too. Do you just not care about us? Do you not care about when someone's life is taken? What is the real problem here? But again, is another unsolved case. It happened in November the 23rd, I think November the 23rd, 2022. 6 months later, this is still no answers. So I don't know how long that little girl will be around and that gentleman, if they see him and street justice is served. I don't know. That's just crazy. But I really wanted to talk about that story today, Akira Wilson, because that bothered me, especially when they have someone that they suspect, they are suspect. But then I've seen cases too where you have suspects and again, the murder never gets solved. So, I guess they just suspects and they find out that they didn't do it or they don't have enough evidence to charge him. Maybe they don't have enough evidence to charge this young man. They never said where the weapon was. They didn't say anything about DNA. So they probably don't want to say too much if they still investigating. They're not going to release too much information to the public. So, but I thought that was a pretty sad case. I tell you, when I strolled through this YouTube, probably not guilty of case, I don't know. If they were the only 3 in there, something had to happen. Joshua, something had to happen if it was only 3 of them in that room and 2 of them came down. Someone has to know something that they're not saying. The little girl could be scared if that's her boyfriend because she probably know what type of activities or how he behaves. So she may be scared to say anything. So she's not going to tell on him, but somebody has to be responsible for it. They were the ones in the room. So how could you say it's not them? Unless they come and say, hey, somebody else came into the room, this is what took place, and clear their name, they would be deemed guilty to me. I mean, that's just from the little information I have. I would think they were guilty. Hey, Jill, how are you, love? So that is something. But I'm telling you, there are more and more cases of young Black women being murdered. Every day I come across on social media, I come across at least 3 or 4. That's a lot in a day. If I say every day, 3 or 4, another young lady, her baby has been unalived, and the story is just getting worse. Every day it gets worse. I wonder what the other girls said why they were at the hotel. I don't know. See, now she said that they were going to the movies. The grandmother knows, beyond a shadow of doubt, because I guess Akira was a good kid, an honest kid, probably, had a good rapport with the mother and the grandmother, probably didn't lie to them, not known for lying to them. So I don't know why they would say it was a party when it was just 3 people there, and she would tell her grandmother that she was going to the movies, but someone got the hotel room for them. Why did they even have a hotel room? I don't know. So it's some questions that need to be answered, that's left unanswered, because if you know for a fact that she was going to the movies, what do you say about her ending up in a hotel room? How did she get there? It's not as if somebody, drugged her and took her to the hotel room. The guy said he got the room for them. He got the room for them. So why was she in the room? She didn't call her grandmother and say, hey, we got this hotel room. We go chill until the movies. Something is still not unanswered in this case. And that's probably why they haven't made an arrest yet. Now, when I was talking to my daughter about this case, my daughter said the same thing. Mom, She was at a hotel party, but it clearly states that it was only 3 people. So what type of hotel party was that? While around Thanksgiving. Yeah, she had went, right, it was around Thanksgiving. She had been on vacation with her family celebrating some special event. She came back and started working again at this place, and then shortly after that, this happened right before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And it don't sound like the grandmother and the mother is lying. I heard the grandmother, like I said, the grandmother was the one doing the talking, but the mother, I guess she just don't want to talk about it. I reached out to her. I reached out to the mother. Yeah, it was on Thanksgiving. It was around Thanksgiving Day. It was around Thanksgiving. It might have, no, it wasn't on Thanksgiving, baby. Was it? I think it was around Thanksgiving. But anywho, it's just strange to me. Again, there's no suspect. So I'm going to move on. I know I can say this. I can put this out there. If anyone sees this video, you have any information, please don't hesitate to call MPD, Metropolitan Police Department, DC, Maryland, wherever. It happened in DC, though. And Union Station, remember they said around Union Station is big. There's a lot of traffic around there. There's a lot that goes on around there. Now, I don't know what type of class hotel this was. It doesn't look like it could have been no high class hotel or nothing, so who knows who comes and goes in that area. When we was talking about that Caleb Barfield, remember Miss Playful was saying how that area is just basically contaminated with homeless druggies and all those in that area. So I don't know what type of area this was, and I don't know where it's centered at when it's in reference to Union Station, but Union Station is very big, very, very big. And there's a lot of activity that goes on around that area. So I don't know. Hopefully they will get justice soon. Something to happen. Somebody will say something and their family will get justice. So let's move on to Jamie Foxx. I'm going to move on to Jamie Foxx because I don't stay here very long. What do you guys think is really going on with Jamie Foxx? Now, I believe that Jamie Foxx, something is going on with them. Is someone after Jamie Foxx? It's a strong possibility. Like I said earlier, when you start talking their business and you start exposing what goes on at those parties and with those celebrities and with those music industries what they call them, music muggles or whatever, then you are asking for trouble. And it's strange because he was really, really upset, and I think a little depressed because his sister had passed away prior to this. So maybe he was suffering with something, but I don't think it's enough for him to think that he was being poisoned. Yeah, he played in Living Color. I believe something did happen to him. And why were they trying to scam him? So it's a possibility that Jamie Foxx has said a little bit too much and someone is after him. Now, I know people link to this particular person, and y'all know who he is. The Big Daddy, the Big P Daddy. I know that strange things happen to people who are about to expose them. I don't know. They say that perhaps that allegedly he has something to do with his children's mother's death. Now, I don't know that. I thought that was weird how a lady with all that money, and all of a sudden she ended up unalive from pneumonia and nothing prior to that was going on with her, and it's so easy, for real. It is very easy to poison someone, they say. They say it's very easy to poison someone and they not know, And so something happened with her. And then Al B. Sure was talking about her releasing a book telling all about that gentleman, that PD. I don't want to say too much. She was writing a book to expose PD. And she's no longer here. Then Al B. Sure shortly was after talking about it. And he ended up being in a coma for months. I think he just came out of a coma maybe a month ago. but he was in a coma for a long, long time because they say he was going to say, or he was talking about some of the wild parties and exposing that man, So I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm not going to say Jamie Foxx is having a mental breakdown. He too stressed. I'm not saying nothing like that. I do believe that perhaps someone is after him. I do. And I think they mess with you mentally first because they want people to deem you just like Kanye West. He was telling the story. He done calmed down. But remember how wild and unhinged he was talking about the industry? All of a sudden he calms down now. He's married and he's somewhere else. But when you start talking about those people, you got to be very careful because they don't want you to expose their dirty secrets, and they will have things done to you. And they know people in many places. They know people in high places. They know doctors. They know lawyers. They know other actresses and actors who you don't know. They know people who may surround you that have easily access to you. So they could have done something to him. I don't know, you guys. I really don't know. It's just strange. No, you can't even begin to help. You right, Trina. I hope the family get the answers. I don't know. Like I said, they don't even care if they get street justice. They just want these people to be something done to these people who they believe have done something to their loved ones. So I'll keep that family in prayer. Send up some prayers for that family that they do get justice. Seems like we're not getting very much justice when it comes to murder Black women and men, and even children. We don't get very much justice. They just let it go. I don't know why. I guess we're not important to some people. Even our own people in positions like that, as far as being in, law enforcement, you would think they would do a little more for us to get us justice when things like this happen. You would think they would push a little harder, but it's always a limit and a glass ceiling to jobs that a lot of these people are, and they know don't cross each other. There's a code between them. So I don't know, you guys, about that. I really don't know. Hopefully their family will get justice. Just be careful. I don't know how we begin to tell our children. We do tell our children, my granddaughters, we tell them everybody is not your friend, but it's kind of hard to choose really who's your friend and who's not your friend. When people cozy up to you, they be nice to you, you hang out for a little while, and then they turn around and they turn against you and you don't even know, and they set you up. That's pretty sad. It's hard to try to tell kids nowadays. It's a different type of this generation is a little different. They just, I don't know, they kind of loose. They think they invincible, but they're not, because we see this stuff happen all the time. We seeing more and more of it. You hear someone friend and set them up, to be murdered. Shanquilla, right? Look at that. Shanquilla Robinson was a perfect example. Somebody who's supposed to be her bestie, her best friend, set her up. So you just can't trust people nowadays. I don't know. But anywho, you guys know I don't stay long. I'm gonna drop this link. If somebody want to jump on, I appreciate everyone who's joined me today. I don't come on that much, so when I do come on, I enjoy talking to you all, but I try not to go over an hour for me before I drop my link. But I'm going to drop my link. If it's someone who wants to come on and talk about it, you're more than welcome. It's so, you guys, there's so much going on in this sector. It's just so much, but I've really been going over and watching this. So I want to say this. So, the beef sector isn't the only one with problems. So having trouble, please check your internet connection. Oh, there it is. You guys see that? Did it come up? So anyway, listen, I was over in another area and they start talking about this well-known podcast, two well-known podcast personalities, right? And they're pretty big. Now, I've watched Sharp and I watched DJ Ack, right? I watched both of them, but I watched Sharp more than I watched DJ Ack. So anyway, they're beefing, y'all. They're beefing, and their beef is getting nasty, real nasty. So I have been keeping up with that, trying to keep up with that, because allegedly DJ Ack owes Sharp, and I don't know, y'all probably don't even know who this is, but it's No Jumper, Adam and DJ and Sharp Tank, right? They are beefing, and the girlfriend of DJ Ack then came live, and she did a video somewhere, or she gave the information to Sharp, and now Sharp is an ex-pimp. See, because he was on, what is it, White Underbelly? I saw him on White Underbelly, right? So he was on White Underbelly talking about his pimping and stuff. And so now he got on with Adam. No, what is his name? Yeah, Adam 22 or something like that. And No Jumper, right? So he came on with him, and they was doing a good podcast, really good podcast, where he would do interviewing different places. That was, I think, before I came and spoke. Okay, Joshua. I think I came on here and spoke before when he interviewed Blueface and Krishan. I didn't like the way they did Krishan Rock, but they had put her off the set. They kicked her out of the podcast. They brought her back because her and Blueface was getting into it, and Sharp was asking her some questions that she didn't like, right? So now him and DJ Academics is into it. So DJ Academics, thank you guys. I'm sure Jamie would, appreciate all the prayers, you guys. We do pray for Jamie Foxx and his healing. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know about that. But anyway, thank you all for sending up prayers. I should have said that before I jumped to this mess. Pray for Mr. Fox. But anywho, I've been over there watching that. So she's so disrespectful. Who? I am? I'm sorry, y'all. Why am I disrespectful? Me, Diva? Why, Diva? Diva, now why you say I'm disrespectful? I say, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't say prayer for Jamie Foxx and, for... wait a moment, then try again. I don't know what's going on with my... This is not letting me drop my link. Yeah, the kids just don't know, Trina. And it's so, it's so hard to try to explain to them that this world is really, really wicked. Now, I remember years ago, I remember years ago, you guys, we didn't have to think about our friends when I was coming up, setting us up. But that seemed to be the thing now. These little girls are getting set up. I don't hear too much about the little boys getting set up, but you definitely hear a lot about these girls being set up by their so-called friends. So it's really hard to explain. We can always, talk to our children, tell them some tips, also tell them how to look for people who's really for you and who's not for you. But even on here, I just mix it with this, y'all. Even on here, sometimes it doesn't take much for a quote so-called friend or a YouTube ship to be flipped. It doesn't take much. So in a friendship, remember, this is the same as some real life where, hey, Doreen, how are you, beautiful? Long time no see. It's basically the same thing in the real world, because the real world is merging with this digital world. Right. This digital world is just like people real lives, and we learn a lot. We learn a lot from watching this digital world. And so here's the craziest thing. These people right here will flip on you in a dime. You could just not agree with a content creator or another subby, and they begin to cuss you out and flip on you, and the friendship just go to hell in a handbasket. It could be the same thing out in the real world. You have a girlfriend that you've been hanging out with, and then you go to the mall and y'all go shopping and something happens. She don't like something you brought, something you said, and She flips, and then she's with other girls that don't like you. And so what do? She get with the other girls just like this, y'all. Just it's just like over here. She would get with the girls that don't like you, and then they set you up. She sets you up. You still thinking, oh, okay, we friends now. Oh, don't worry about it, girl. I forgive you. And then so you go on being friends with her again. And what happened? She set you up. But their shit is worse because they are setting these young girls up to get unalived. And that's pretty sad. That's sad. That's deep. They just set you up over here to cuss you out and be blackballed by other people. And, really, when it comes to this internet, you really shouldn't give a damn, to be honest with you. You here for your supporters. I appreciate all my supporters, but I'm not here to kiss behind either. If you don't like me, I'm not going to keep coming back and forth. We're done, and we just go our separate ways. Well, when you're young, and you get into a fight with your friends, y'all could be friends the next day. You be back friends. That's why they say sometimes parents shouldn't get involved, and then parents go at it, and the kids are back friends. And that happens, that happens a lot. You get all huffy and puffy, and you and the mother's going at it, and then the next day the kids are having lunch. They made up. And so they become comfortable with each other and start hanging out, and then you get set up. So it's very hard to tell children not to be friends with someone, or it's easy to say watch your friends, but they don't know how to watch nowadays because they are too trustworthy. And that's pretty sad. As an adult, and I'm talking about me, Mz.Teavalocity, I don't do friends. I don't do a lot of friends. Now, I know some people I have met on here, I'm going to say on here, that I say, damn, now I believe they legit. I know they legit. You converse with them, you know them, and boom. Even if something goes awry with you, you don't come down here making videos, or I don't come down here cussing them, calling them all kind of bitches, and dragging them or talking about their family, their kids, and stuff like that. To me, you was never a friend. And even if it's just a virtual friend and you develop a YouTube ship, you still shouldn't, do that. It should never go to that extreme. But again, from me watching people on here, me being the person that I am, is a lot of people on here I would never, ever befriend. I wouldn't even consider being friends with them because I see how they move. And that's in the real world. Sometimes you could see people, my spirit is so good with it that I will not lock with a person. I would not become friends. I wouldn't even have anything to do with them because I get this feeling about them and I can tell we just don't mesh, or I can tell something ain't right with that person. But it's so hard for us to tell our kids now. I worry sometimes about my grandkids. They good grandkids, right? I just pray over them. I definitely pray over them every day, and I just pray they don't run into some real dark people. I'm even worried about my granddaughter, and she's been raised right, you know, and I worry about when she get to college. Oh, I hope she don't drink. She don't drink or nothing like that, or do drugs. But I'm hoping that she don't go out and drink behind somebody. Somebody give her a drink, something. But you just worry because this world is getting so dark. It's hard for you sometimes to relax. To know that my grandkids is out somewhere. It's hard for me to relax sometimes. It's just so much stuff is happening. And like I said, they're so quick to forgive, not knowing that this person is probably trying to befriend you and possibly could just to cause you harm. It's just sad. Let me read this right quick. I was just telling my kids when I was younger, we didn't have all this going on. They need to check in and be happy you have a mother who cares. Yeah, when my grandkids are not home or something like that, or I go about to their houses and I don't see them, or is after a certain time I don't hear from them. Now, my daughter is 42 years old. My daughter calls me every day after work, every day after work. So if my daughter doesn't call me, by a certain time, by 5 o'clock, I'm calling her. Even if I'm at work, I call and say, hey, she go, oh, mom, I stayed after work late or something like that, or I stopped by one. Because she calls me every day, and it's just comforting to me just to hear my daughter, to know that she's all right. My granddaughter, she hadn't came home today, and I had bought some food, and I was gonna swing by and drop off some. And I said, I called her, well, where are you? She said, oh, my mom didn't tell you that I was with so and so. I said, no, I didn't know. I brought you something to eat. Then my daughter calls me shortly after and go, oh, mom, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you Boo was going so and so. I said, okay, because I was looking for it, because I check in. I don't know. I don't want to live in fear, but I always want to be cautious about things, and like I said, my granddaughter is going to a good college. She was raised right. I don't have to worry about her, but I have to worry about the people who may try to do her harm. So all we could do is pray, really. I pray about my grandkids and my kids every day. Me too, Mz.Teavalocity. I pray over my children every day. As soon as I open my eyes, I pray. And I always say, the blood of Jesus, please cover my kids, in our travels and over the highways and byways, take us and bring us home safe. It's just sad. The world is getting really, really dark. Freshman year is stressful. It was definitely hard to relax. My baby said it. I know this is my granddaughter's freshman year. And I'm just praying that, and my granddaughter is so sweet. And here's sometimes it's good for kids to be streetwise. A lot of times, I'm going to say a lot of times. And my grandchildren are different. They're not streetwise. And I think that could be like a little hindrance to them when they get out in the social world, because you can't pick up on some stuff. We used to be kind of streetwise, street smart and book smart. I always tell someone I'm book smart and I'm street smart, and they're not being raised like that. Their parents is different, so they're not all that street smart. So you just gotta kind of hope they know when they get out there. Yep, I tell the grands and greats, but their parents don't want them to know the real deal. Yeah, like if I say something to my daughter, she said, well, I just let my daughter be her. I just let her. And I'm like, no, we just can't always just let them be them in this world. You can't just let them be them. You need to make sure, and of course she guides them. I'm just saying some things we don't agree. Our parenting style is a little different. Our parenting style is a little different. That's amazing to still have that type of relationship with your babies, Miss T. Yeah, my daughter, she calls me. Now, my boys, I have to sometime remind them, hey, what's up? I haven't talked to you about a week. What's up? I know their wives would probably call them something, but still, that's not the fact of the matter. Is you should call me at least once or twice a week. Go ahead and live your life. But my daughter, she's always been like that. She's always been like that. She's going to call me every day. And she calls her father every day. That's just something she's been doing for years. Them boys could care less, baby. I have to get on them. But then my oldest boy is trying to be a little better. I think he may call me once every 2 weeks or something. Hey, I'm just checking in on you, Mom. What's happening? What you doing? Okay, I'm doing so-and-so. Got to go. But at least I hear from him. Yeah, we have to be very conscious and cautious of everyone. That's sad, but that's true. So y'all know my hour. I don't stay long unless somebody go come up here and say something. Y'all know Miss T don't stay long up here. But yeah, we have to just be conscious. So, yep, my granddaughter, I went to my granddaughter's Sankofa dance, and here's the craziest thing, you guys. So it's an African dance. It was telling us about when Ghana was came in with the British, colonized with the British, right? That was the story of it. So it was a African dance. Let me tell y'all something. It was for 4 hours. 4 hours. So my daughter and them had went before me because I had to work. So I was the only one from my family going Saturday. So I went Saturday and I told Diva, I said 4 hours. Shit, that's a long time to sit around for 4 hours, right? So I sat there. Oh, I sat there, and it was really beautiful. The story was really told nicely, you know, and the dance was just out of this world. So they were good. So my oldest granddaughter, right? And so I was looking, I said, now they go to a Catholic school. Now all these black folks in here ain't Catholic, I don't think, but they go to this Catholic school, right? So I was thinking, but these little kids was really dancing. And so I went in the dressing room after the show to see if I could see my granddaughter. And they had like little tents area set up for dressing rooms. So I didn't see my granddaughter and I left. And as I got in the car, I looked down my phone because again, I always talk to my sister Diva, coming and going. Too, my sister, the same thing with Diva. Every morning, I call my sister if I'm headed to work, or she calls me if I'm not working. Right, every day. That's just a given, right? And every night, I talk to Diva all the time. And so I was about to call Diva, and I see when my granddaughter had texted me, and she said, "Yeah, yeah." She said, did you come? Yeah, yeah, are you here? I said, of course I'm here. I was there. I said, I came in the dressing room to look for you, and I didn't see you, so I left to head home. She said, okay. So I got out my car and I went back to greet my granddaughter and see and stuff and hug her, and we took a picture and stuff. And she said, I told my girlfriend who her girlfriend was, she said, yeah, 4 hours. You know, my grandmother ain't staying that long. This a long time. My grandmother ain't gonna sit through this whole thing. And so her friend said, now yeah, ain't gonna sit here no 4 hours, girl. She probably been left because my granddaughter didn't even see me. And I was in the second row in the front. But she never even saw me. And I thought for sure she would see me there, right? And so she said, I'm surprised, yeah, you stayed. I said, of course I was gonna stay and see the whole thing, you know. And she said, did you like it? I said, I liked it very much. You did a good job. I said, all of y'all did a really good job, and I really enjoyed it. I said, so, you know, she said, well, thank you as always. And she is so sweet. She's my oldest granddaughter, and she graduates this year. She graduates, but she was like, my grandmother not staying this whole thing. Her girlfriend was laughing. She said, yeah, I just know you left. And they said they cut the dances so it wouldn't be so long. I said 4 hours is a long time for them to want somebody to sit through a dance. But then I think when they were doing regular dance, when they was with dance companies, we said for hours, didn't we, Diva? I'm talking about hours. Because you had to watch everybody. And Diva and I would come and go, especially if it was somewhere we could go, we would leave and come back when it was their time to dance, you know. But when I remember when they danced in Atlantic City, Diva, I don't know why. You know, they know we wasn't gonna sit through no dance. I know my daughter and my granddaughter knew because they know I like to go to the casino. And we was in Atlantic City and they danced for hours and hours, 2 days. We was there for 2 days. But it didn't bother Diva and I as much, is because we would go to the casino, and when we knew it was time for them to dance, my daughter would text me and say, they go on in 2 more numbers, 3 more numbers. Me and Diva run there. We'll watch that. Then we run back to the casino. So we really enjoyed ourselves. So, but it's like, yeah, it's just so funny though, the relationships that you have with your family, because they already knew. My granddaughter said, I know my grandmother ain't gonna sit for 4 hours, but I fooled her and I did. And like I said, it was beautiful. It was very beautiful, the African dance. See, like this story here, and all these young girls being X'd out. Yep, I tell my daughter, it's not you. I don't trust. It's people in this world. She too nice. Yeah, my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter is like that. She just so damn nice, you know. And I could, yeah, she's so nice. Now my middle granddaughter, yeah, it would be my middle granddaughter. Now listen, I wonder if she gonna have any friends, because she could give a damn. She just like me. She could care less sometime about girlfriends and stuff like that. But she have gotten into it with her little girlfriends. And then my daughter, and the parents have came to disagreements, and then they no longer friends, and then she was back friends with the girl, so it left my daughter and the parents out there. It's just something else with these kids, though, with teenage kids. Yeah, it's not that I don't trust my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter. It's just that she's too nice. She's like too nice, and she has a lot going for her as well. So unfortunately, we live in this world, you guys. We just have to truly, those who believe in prayer, we just have to continuously stay in prayer, over our family. We really, really do. And it's just not girls, it's boys too, but it's mostly happening to the girls. So, look, Diva, we like to be up front at all the dance competitions, 9 a.m. to 11. Yep, Diva, don't they go long? Those jokers go long. So I thought, well, if I could sit through that, then I have to sit through my granddaughter's, Sankofa dance. What Trina B say? Yeah. Yep. It's so many girls. Let me tell you something, Trina B and Doreen. I tell you, every day I follow certain content creators, and that's all they do is do crimes, and there's so many young Black women getting unalived by either their babies' fathers, their husbands, or their friends, their girlfriends setting them up, their boyfriends. Is a lot of that's going on. And I don't know why so much of that is going on with us. I really don't, but it's happening. Is a lot of it. Like I said, I follow a lot of content creators that their content is about that. Is about unaliving Black women and men and stuff like that, missing, exploited and stuff. I follow a lot. If I really had the team, I tell y'all that I'm not very fast at editing. I'm still working on my editing skills. But if I was really fast at editing, and I think I found a way that I could edit a little quicker, then I would do a lot of these stories because I run across a lot every day. And some stories you guys think about, we never even hear about it. We never hear about them. Nope. They may say a little bit about them on the news, and boop, that's it. Seems like no one even cares now when people get unalive. They just don't care anymore. And especially with us, we're not valuable to them. We hold no value. So, and I don't know why so many of us is just so many of. I'm talking about us. When I say us, I'm talking about Black people unaliving each other like this. They say, well, I just don't know. White people do it too. I'm sure all races do. I just know that when I listen to it, I listen mostly about my race. Yeah, that's why, too, Doreen, I thought I wanted to do that crime channel and talk about that. And like I said, when my editing is getting a little sharper, it takes a lot. You have to really get used to doing it and doing the stories fast, because you could do like a 10 minutes clip, a 10 minutes video, and it'll get a lot of views when you deal with that crime stuff. But I'm just not there. I'm talking about every day uploading that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My daughter have that. My daughter has the app. We have the Family 360 app on my phone so we can track each other. Yeah, my daughter has that. I know, because she knows where my granddaughter is at. And my my son and his wife have that also for my oldest granddaughter. And you know what? That's a good thing to have. Thank God that they do have, because surely if the government could track us, we should be able to track ourselves, right? And track our family. But you know your family. I know when it comes to my kids and my grandkids, I know basically their schedule. So when something is a little off, then I said, something is off. My daughter ain't called me yet. My granddaughter ain't home yet. I ain't heard from my son. And so it alerts me to, hey, you haven't heard from him, call to check up on him. And I tell my boys all the time, like I tell you, the boys really, when they get married, that's that basically. You know, they love you. They love you, but they doing their own things with their family where girls go always stay attached to you. The boys don't. So you have 362, yeah. And like if Diva doesn't call me or I don't call Diva, then I know something is wrong, you know. But like I said, I talked to Diva. I don't even want to tell y'all. Thank you, MT. Appreciate that. You guys make sure you hit that like button. I talk to Diva at least probably a minimum of 5 times a day. That might be a minimum, right, of 5 times a day. We definitely keep in touch. Don't we, Diva? She'll tell you that we keep in touch. We talk all the time. And my daughter and I talk all the time. Them boys, I got to get on them. I say, even if you just call me once a week, text me, hey, Mom, I'm good, just checking in or checking up on, please do that, you know? I said, please do that. I would appreciate that very much. So, well, I don't have too much to talk about. Just please, whatever you do, talk to your children. Pray. I hope you believe in praying. If you don't, whatever you believe in or whomever you believe in, just keep this whole world in prayer. Just keep your loved ones in prayer. Don't cease to keep praying, for them. It's so much happening. So much happening in this world. I do. I appreciate all you. I appreciate all y'all's support. Hey, Queen, where was you at? Let me make sure that's her, because that's rare that she's not hold on, that she didn't drop down. So let me make sure this is her.
Yes, it's me, TC.
All right, Queen TC. Because it's rare that you didn't say nothing in this chat. That's why I'm like, let me check and make sure it's her. What's up, Queen?
I'm on a journey. Listen, everything's good. Hello to your chat.
Hello,
and
baby.
Diamond, Queen Diamond, and everybody.
Queen Diva.
Queen Diva.
You so
So just so you know, this weekend is getting ready to be on popping.
What doing what?
Oh, contre mon frère.
Huh?
All right, you got to check your email.
You ain't send me no email, TC.
I swear to goodness.
No.
The one that's on the thing. I did.
Hold on. You just sent it 2 minutes ago?
No. Yesterday.
Nope, baby.
What the heck?
I stay in my email. Hold on. Nope. Let me look at my junk mail, my spam. Else I would have said something to you.
Yes.
Nope.
I don't understand this.
Nothing from you, dear. Nope.
You check the number?
Do I check the number?
Yes.
What number, love?
Don't you have a number available? You don't have a number in the to get in contact with you?
No. That number's old. I think that number's old. Oh. If you tried to call that number, no. That 202 number?
Yeah.
You tried to call that?
I texted.
That should have came up on my phone though, baby. I still have that number. I just didn't know anyone ever. No, you text that? Can you shoot me something else? Can you?
Okay. Yeah. When I'm driving right now, so as soon as I will.
Okay. Shoot me, through my email, Oh, you know why y'all probably not getting my email? I'll be damned. Here's my email, you guys.
Let me see.
I think y'all have had the wrong email. I'm sorry.
Hey, Trinity.
Even Diva, I think you. This is my email. And I think I knew which one you had. Nope. That's my email.
Oh, my stars.
Yeah. You know. This is funny, you guys. Please charge it to my head and not to my heart. That's my Mz.Teavalocity email, okay? Believe it or not, that's the email you should try to reach me at.
Okay, got you. All right.
So yeah, I do have a Google number. Yep, I do. So if you was calling that number, then it's possible you didn't get to it. I'll check it, but it's possible you didn't get to it. You know,
Okay.
I tell you what, TC, I'm not used to all this bullshit, all this hiding and VPN numbers and this and that. I'm not used to that. I'm used to just being me. This place over here is sad that you have to do that. You know, I've never had a problem with anyone knowing anything about me that I can't tell them that they would have to go so deep and low to dox somebody.
I know that's right.
Over here, you damn got VPNs, you hiding everything, you making everything private, and I'm sure they still get to. But it's a shame that you have to feel that way because you have elected to become a content creator or participate in social media.
I agree.
That's
insane.
crazy. You know, and it's not like you gonna reach out and touch me. So what the fuck you want to know about me for?
That's what I'm saying.
Excuse me. I don't get it when today I heard somebody threatening to dox somebody else because they didn't agree with them. Why? What are you really gonna pull up?
Right. No, they're not. No.
You know, what can you really do? Nothing. You know, what if you call yourself humiliating somebody? They still on this mofo. The same people who have they still here. So really, that's played out. But it's a shame you have to do shit like that. Because, you know, I have like 3 emails. And so I was forgetting telling y'all to put it in my... No, that's one of them. And so I was giving out the wrong email because, again, I have 3 of them. Yeah, just a little cussing, just a little cussing, Duchess, because I'm so sick of these people. You don't agree with them. You're not kissing their ass, so they want to take and they want to do all these things to you, call you all these things because you're not a follower. You know, it just gets to be ridiculous that they done took so much fun out of this YouTube stuff. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get ready to do uploads. I love coming live though. You know, engaging with people. I do. I like that. And even though it's a little crowd, it's intimate, it's my crowd. It's people who want to hear me, you know? But it's a shame. This place is really getting so dark. And they tell me, oh, it's been dark. No, it's dark now. It's so damn dark that you can't even see on these streets sometimes. It's getting so bad over here.
Okay, and the plays and everything, everything.
No boundaries, no filters. They always want to put people in mess. You know, if you just mind your business, if you positive, you know, they don't want you to be positive. You know, I watch people sometimes, they will name drop you or they will say something just to get you in mess. And if you're not emotionally intelligent enough to not succumb to it, now you're in a bunch of mess because somebody saw you somewhere talking, somebody saw you supporting somebody, somebody made a comment. I'm so over that shit. I'm sorry, TC. I know you didn't come up here for that rant, but I really feel bad because people are taking the fun out of you coming on here supporting people. Hey, Duchess, baby. So
I know that's right.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know that's not what you come for, but I was thinking you always gotta try to protect yourself. And why? If someone's not messing with you, why are you messing with them? Why am I important to know who I am, or you important to know or how you look? Why is that so important?
Exactly.
I don't get it. I don't care how you look. I don't care if you reveal yourself or not. You can use an avatar or you don't have to. I don't care because I don't have to support you if I don't want to. But send me the thing. Sorry, baby. Send me the name. What did you come to tell me, sweetheart? I apologize.
That's what I can't even tell you, boy. It's on fun.
Okay,
Yes.
and don't forget to really email me. You see it.
I'm not. I'm just I'm just driving. That's the only reason why,
Okay, when you stop driving, I appreciate you, sis. I
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
you. What you been doing?
Everything. 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 Yes.
I'm scared. I'm
Yeah.
scared to ask like what?
But grown folk. This grown folk stuff. Grown folk. So
You've been being a grown girl, huh?
Yeah, always have been. I don't ask for nobody, nothing from Nathan. You understand? I don't want nothing from nobody, and on and on, and whatever it is I want,
hey,
I get.
Let me ask you something. What do you think about you know anything about the Jamie Foxx situation?
No, but I heard about it this morning, and I've been so busy, I haven't been able to contact some folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they have other celebrities kind of dropping gems about they think perhaps it is behind you, this particular person, and that once you start talking about stuff in the industry, exposing those boys, then they don't want you around. But I mean, they've been being exposed for a couple of years now. People are coming out, speaking out against what happened at those little private parties.
Right.
So that's nothing new. But
I mean, you can't tap dance with the devil.
Exactly.
And things, and don't think that it's not. And then no, bro, no.
Exactly.
When you sign that contract, that's that.
Ain't no turning back. Suki Hana couldn't turn back. Osiris, he couldn't turn back. These people couldn't turn back. And when it's your time to pay, I really believe that. When it's your time to pay the piper and you don't, then you got to go. You got to go. Once you take that oath and you in that billion, and I ain't talking about $1 billion, but you in that billionaire club. I'm talking about them boys club, them good old boys and girls club. That type. Once you in there, you can't turn back. Once you sign that contract, that's it.
That's right.
That's why they got a lot of people going independent now. They got a lot of these young artists going independent. And like I said, I done heard some stories. About these boys and girls.
Yes, absolutely.
Doing some things now, Jamie, he's still alive. He's still alive. I think he's actually getting well. That's what they say. His daughter, Corinne, I think she spoke about him getting well, doing a little better. But then they said he's talking. I don't know what type of talking they talking about. Is he telling? When he did come, I guess when he did get a little better, he really believes that they tried to poison him.
Right.
And the reason to be is because, he could have had a stroke. Yeah, he could have had one. They're not saying what it is, Duchess. We all can guess because that's the easiest thing to guess. Oh, they might have had a stroke, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was acting a little weird and stuff. He had fired some people. He was yelling and he was getting, he was unraveling on the set, And they had never seen him act strange like that. But a lot of that stress can endure a stroke can induce a stroke and other things.
Exactly.
So if he wasn't hydrated, maybe he became delirious because he was dehydrated. You know what I mean? Anything could have been going on, but they would have said something. They not saying what happened to him.
No, they're not saying. They're not gonna say. No.
They not good because I believe he could be right. They could be after him. They could be after him. And I saw a clip where he was saying on the Oprah Winfrey show that he has suffered mental illness. He suffers from mental illness, but he got it under check. And at one point, he wanted to unalive himself, and so he could relate to what was happening with Kanye. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think Oprah been around since Kanye, but perhaps somehow It was a clip from Oprah, and he was saying he knew what it was to suffer with mental illness. So, you know, basically he don't talk against Kanye West because he's been there. And his family told him, no, you're not going to go out like that. You're not going to leave us like that. And because he had a loving family around, you know, they helped him through it.
Okay.
So, you know, it's easy for somebody to say, oh, yeah, you suffering from mental illness. He had a mental breakdown when they trying to do something. And it's easy, really, to poison someone. Think about it.
Oh, most definitely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Now, they said it could have been because of that too, Duchess. Now, I heard somebody say, is it because he was messing with Tom Cruise's wife? Perhaps that church is after him?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
See, people be on, see, oh boy.
Yeah, just leave me. Yeah, you know, but you know, TC, I kind of watch some people, even in this social media world. I've watched content creators get big, and I've watched them change, and I've watched people who back them now, and why their shows blew up. And it brought me to think about TK, because I always wonder what possessed you to think you could take on that money machine. Who was telling you, and what could they have been possibly telling TK to make her think that she could take on that money machine like that and had a possibility of winning?
Right.
So, you know, you have to watch when they have these large podcasts. Now they got this thing I was telling them about earlier, Shark Tank. Y'all probably don't watch No Jumper, but No Jumper, Shark Tank, and DJ Ack is at it. Shark Tank and DJ Ack. He must owe No Jumper some money. So he got a hold to this chick who's now telling all his business, that he had all these little bumps on him, little hurts and stuff. And so he's exposing him. The girl is exposing him and stuff.
Wow.
Now, DJ Academics blew up. He really did blow up.
Right.
And I remember watching him when they was talking about the Offset, what happened to Offset. And DJ Academic was talking about it. He was siding with that, you know, something had happened to Offset. He believed someone. Then all of a sudden he switched up. He switched up. Like somebody had got a hold to him and say, watch what you saying. You know, you doing too much. So his platform really grew big, right? And so did Adam 22 and Sharp Jumper. I think it's Adam 22. I know his name is Adam and Sharp on No Jumper. His platform had really gotten big. All of a sudden, this story comes out about Adam being a predator, the P word. Yep. And guess what happens? It plunged his show. Now he's not getting as many views because he had that name attached to him. Now DJ Academics done got really big. He done blown up. He hobnobbed with celebrities and stuff, you know, and they endorse him. They go on his show, you know, he talk about him. Now they done attach this to him, you know, saying that he's being exposed. So what happened? They'll smear his name. He had to get rid of his discourse. You know, he had discourse. He got rid of his discourse. Whoever this chick is, she got in touch with Sharp. See, I'm over in some other beef. She got in touch with this other guy, you know, who got beef with him, and she exposed him, supposedly, allegedly, you know, giving Sharp pictures of his medication for this little bumps and all that. So it's going down over there. So I'm saying that to say this. When you climb to the top, even when you're doing this celebrity YouTuber and you get to a certain height, there's always something attached to it.
Oh, most definitely.
You know what I mean? You gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice something. Something. So when I was thinking about that, and I think I had said this long time, TC, in one of my videos, that you would humiliate yourself to climb to the next level And I wonder if that's what happened with my girl over there. I know she got a big head. I know she got a big ego. I don't know who was in her ear. Do she think by going after that other lady, there's no way you knew that you was going up against a whole money machine that you was not going to win, especially when you was guilty of doing and saying those things, right?
Exactly.
So I'm thinking, was somebody behind her or in her ear telling
Of course.
her? I think so, TC. When I saw this with them, it brought me back to TK. I said, I believe somebody was behind her, pushing her to do that. And she did it.
But you know, they follow these people from, listen, this is by design. They know who they can get.
Exactly.
They know who, you know, they can bring through the fray. Now, the establishment, the establishment got a little out of sorts because, you know, we brought Barack and Michelle through.
Come on now.
And that wasn't supposed to happen in terms of, you know, a black man and a black woman. Whoa. Then you had Serena, you had Venus, and you had some people, and even Tiger with his shenanigans stuff. He was in golf. He changed the whole the skill, you know, the whole thing in reference to golf. It's the same thing with Serena and those. All of these people have changed the how everything is being done.
So yeah.
And some of them got through, and then as they got through, now the industry started to capitalize off of them and what they brought through. As black people. So, but then there's some black people that they know that they're going to groom, because I have a couple of them in my family, and they groom them.
Right. They're grooming.
They know these ding dong. They know these ding dong dillies, and I'm talking about people in my family who are gutter snipe. They're weak sauce.
Yep.
Okay, because they know the ones who not gonna go for it. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And they leave those people alone. You see?
Yeah. You know what? That's the same. You know what, TC though? That's the same everywhere. Because think about here. Certain people just don't bother with. They just don't bother with them because they know they're not gonna go for shenanigans.
Right, of course.
You know, but I think when they get that big and they become celebrity content creators and YouTubers, is always is almost like a cap. Like if you don't sell your soul, you only go so far. Right?
Oh, right. Most definitely.
So far. And I'm thinking what happens is when we see these, like I watch Dream Champs, I watch Matt Hoffa, I watch No Jumper, I watch DJ I watch some big YouTubers, some celebrity YouTubers.
Okay.
And it seems like they blow up really fast.
Right.
You know, but then when you look, like is nobody's endorsing me or sponsoring me, support me. They have big sponsors behind. They have people in the industry behind them. They own those channels. So a lot of times when they do interviews, TC, I watch how they walk on eggshells. And I watch how they don't allow people their guests to say so many things. Because I watched Matt Hoffa doing an interview with a guy, and soon as they start talking about the ill, he was like, cut. Oh man, no, I don't believe in that. Man, no, you can't talk about that. So they are limited because they being controlled. But
absolutely.
They have that mass audience behind them because that money machine brings a mass audience to them.
Absolutely.
But you have a cap. Now, TK, she had a big following. She still got not following, you know, subs. She still had one. But to me, whoever promised, if they promised, because I can't imagine her just ego being that goddamn big that she would think that she could go up against that girl and win. You know?
Yeah.
I don't believe that was an ego thing. I believe that was a push. I need you to do this so you can go. I just really do. And I like her, but I really believe that it was a wrong move, but something else was behind it. That's how you get big. Think about it. That's how you get big.
Exactly. You don't get big being the sweet and kind and
Right.
all that.
Exactly.
You gotta be cutthroat, and you gotta cutthroat the cutthroat. You see what I'm saying?
And to go after people, go after certain people, like
dig it.
Just
right.
Like target certain people. Like now they targeting DJ Academics, and he's really kind of big in this world, you know, in this little YouTube world. Like I said, he's pretty big, right? Now it seems like he's being targeted to be humiliated by this girl just coming out saying all this stuff about him, and is on a lot of digital platforms. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
they smearing his name. They smearing his name. He had a conversation with Joe Budden, right? He was talking. He was on the Joe Budden show. I don't know if you follow those people, but the Joe Budden asked him this question, and this question made me go, He said, why is it that when I visit your IG page, you always have 666 up there? So Ack was like, what? I don't, what? And he said, yeah. He said, for some reason, your number, and I've been watching you, doesn't go past 666. He said, man, what is up with that? Ack said, well, I don't run my social media, so I couldn't tell you. But he hesitated. He said, man, is that some type of sign? He said, because I know you got a lot of followers. I know you got a lot of engagement, and you still on 666. I thought, damn, that was something. So he's like saying something to him, you know. So they may be trying to crush him now, because now all this exposure is out. So
right.
I don't know.
Well, listen, let me drop down, but I'm gonna get that info to you, and
I'm looking for it, TC.
I know.
I'm looking for it.
Yes.
Thank you, Jill. Yeah, it is true. Thank you, baby girl. Appreciate you as always.
All right. Same here. Thank you very much. Good night to the chat.
I'm about to get off here. Yeah, Jill, that is true. I think they have to humiliate themselves for them to reach a certain level. And I think that humiliated her. And hopefully, you know, but one thing about her, I noticed she's very strong and she's resilient. She's very resilient. She never missed a step in her show. But I do think she had did something a little something ain't right with that. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off here. I've been on here an hour and 34. Duchess co-host, you left. A big head and a small brain are a bad combination. Yeah, you could have an ego, but your ego also, you also know it's certain shit you just can't do. You just not gonna win. Ain't no way in that girl's mind, you guys. I don't care how egotistical she is. No way in her mind she thought she was going to win. I just no way. No way. Right. Ain't no way she thought she was gonna win. And I don't think nobody thought she was gonna win. I believe she did it for a purpose, you know. And now I'm not gonna sit here and say that because that's alleged, you know, allegedly. This is just my opinion. I think she did it for a purpose. Now, whether that purpose pan out, I don't know. Like I said, she's very resilient. She never missed a beat. She could blow up, but I can't imagine why she did that, you know. And I don't know. I just know I am a conspiracy theorist. I do believe in a lot of the higher ups, the powers to be, controls a lot of the industry, and you do have to do certain things to move to the next level. And I just believe that. That's something I believe. Y'all, I'm going to get ready to get out here. Make sure you all continue to keep Akira Wilson family in your prayers, hoping that they get justice. And pray for Jamie Foxx. We don't know what's going on with him. You know, yeah, we don't know what's going on with him. I watched Math Harford the other day before I get out of here, you guys. And you know, AI is really taking over, will be taking over soon, artificial intelligence. And I know I was doing a little research on that couple months back, maybe last year sometime, just to see, what it was all about. And on this show, he had this gentleman, and he was saying hip hop is dead or something like that. And Math Hoffa asked him, why do you think that? He said, man, I'm telling you, hip hop is dead. And then he started using Chat GPT, which is artificial intelligence. You could tell Chat GPT what you wanted, and then it will bring up this whole thing. So he said, man, I want you to listen to this. Okay, Duchess, baby. He said, I want you to listen to this. So Math Hoff and the other brothers sitting around, because it's like a barbershop talk, and they all sitting around. He said, let me show you something. So he puts, give me a hip hop song. So Chat GP came back with this hip hop song. It was like, oh, okay, these lyrics. They was like, yeah, okay, but it don't have the flow, man. It's missing the flow. And he said, man, I'm telling you that this shit is about to take over. Now, he said, well, what do you mean? He said, now watch this. So this AI, I don't know what he asked this AI, this Chat GPT to do in voice record, but it took the voice of Jay-Z. He said, create something or sound like JP. This thing sound just like Jay-Z. Matt Hoffa was too through. He walked outside. He said, man. He said, no, come back. He said, come back. He said, I want you to hear it. That thing had took the voice of Jay-Z. So I said that to say this. Artificial intelligence will be taking over a lot of things shortly, and so you want to be on the lookout for that. But so you never just know. It was just mind-blowing that this thing sounds just like Jay-Z. So they do voiceovers as well, but they saying before they are allowed to do that, probably Jay-Z would, or any musician would have to sign off with them using their voice. But yeah, he sure did. He showed them how that worked. He wrote a rap and everything, and then used Jay-Z voice. That was real scary. But that Chat GPT does a lot, you guys. It does a lot, and it has several different voices. You can buy a lot of voices. That's really scary, isn't it? It's really scary that that they are capable of doing that. But you see where I know in DC they had the robot dogs. Yep, they had the robot dogs out there in the street one day, and they was having them go up and down the streets in that same area I was telling y'all by Union Square where that incident happened. It's really big down there. It's a big train station, train and bus station in DC. Yeah, that is very scary. We gotta watch it, but it's definitely coughing up blood on his life support. What is not dead? It's who? It's not dead, but it's definitely coughing up blood on life support. Who? Oh, hey JD, what's going on, baby? I see you come. Oh, is he? It's not dead, but you talking about Jamie Foxx? Duchess, you talking about Jamie Foxx? Is coughing up blood? And on life support? Now, I didn't hear that. I don't know what Duchess talking about. Hey, JD, I see you on my television, but my computer behind. But I also have my television on watching so I can know if my Wi-Fi acting up. Who's she talking about? Duchess, who you talking about? It's not dead, but it's definitely coughing up blood on life support. I don't know who she talking about. But anyway, that AI is something else. I don't know. My computer is really before. What's happening to JD? You've been cutting up, girly. You've been cutting up, but I love it. You know what? I really enjoy your commentary. I'll be in the bushes. I'll be in the bushes sometime. Either I'm working when you come on, or I just No, he not. No, he not. I thought he was getting well, but it's strange that his daughter hasn't said very much. She was being the family spokesperson, but she hasn't said anything. I heard in one aspect he's getting well. Now you say he's coughing up blood and he on life support. I didn't know that. Well, ooh, coughing up blood. I didn't know that. I wonder if that dude was really poisoned. I don't know. They said he said that out his mouth when he came to. They trying to unalive me. They poison me. Damn, that's scary. And they had already got a what they call it, a body double to finish filming his show. His movie, they had already, and he put money into that movie himself out his pocket. And he approached Cameron Diaz so she could join him. She hadn't done movies in years. They said, yeah. And I thought he was getting better. I thought so too, Jill. That's why I'm confused. Oh, she talking about hip hop. I thought you was talking about Jamie Foxx. See how you could get confused? See, Jill, I was confused too. She talking about hip hop is dead, but it's definitely is on life support. Yeah, it is. It is on life support, but they say that AI, that is something else. And then years ago, it had to be 2 or 3 years ago, you guys. Where the hell was I? They were showing something about AI and human beings. And this person, they said these people we think are human, but they're not. I forgot what they call it. It was some type of AI, but they look just like human beings. See, we got confused, did we, Jill? I thought that shit is crazy, but it was something to do with AI, and they look exactly like humans. And it's AI. That's scary, isn't it? You said hip hop. I know, but you kind of confused. You kind of confused us, bootleg co-host. Me and Jill thought you was talking, and I think Jay Dunn too thought you was talking about Jamie Foxx. I jump all over though. Y'all know I jump all over. Yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, that is weird. You guys got to Google that and look at the AI that looks like human beings, move like human beings, talk like human beings, everything. You guys got to watch them. Yeah, that shit is scary. But I remember in college, I did a report talking about computers, the pros and the cons of the computers, how the computer, could be a double-edged sword. And it definitely is good and bad. It definitely serves both good and bad. Now they done created all this garbage. We don't know what's going on. They say they doing it to the foods too. Yeah, I thought she was talking about, I did too, Jill. I think we all thought, well, everybody here probably thought she was talking about Jamie Foxx. I was about to get my phone and Google it because I was like, damn, they said he was getting better. But hopefully they want him to get better. I'm shocked to come in here and you were keeping up with the comments. Stop it. Stop it right now. You just stop it. You just stop it. Because I can see on my TV, JD, don't come in here and do me talking about I was keeping up with the comments. There's not a lot of people in here commenting. I got my comfortable crew here with me. But yeah, JD, we thought that she was talking about Jamie Foxx. I pray that he gets well. And we'll see. We'll see. What happens after this, because this Kanye West don't say a damn thing no more. I don't know what happened to him, but that's strange how he went on that tangent for a long time talking about those people, and all of a sudden he went missing. I don't know if y'all noticed the lapse in his appearances, but after Kanye West had went on that rant about them, he went missing for about a smooth month. Then he comes back married. But you don't see him in the limelight very much. You notice that. So I don't know what could happen in between that month with Kanye, but he ain't talking crazy like that. I know that's why when you said it's, I thought that was weird when it said it's, but yeah, I was like, it's, that's what I was a little confused. Well, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get out here if ain't nobody coming up. JD, like I said, I do be in your bushes. You are something else. You are quite the entertainer, my little love. You entertains the hell out of us. You know, child, who knows what's up with that? Yeah, I don't know, Jill. I don't know. And a lot of stuff we'll never hear the truth. They don't want the truth. That's why I think people are exposing it little by little. But as soon as people start exposing, the industry, they are more likely to not be here. That disappears. Let me see. Is this my friend JD? Because that's you, JD. That's you.
Yeah, it's me, Mz.Teavalocity. You know I'll click the link and be listening in the background. You know that's what I do.
But you remember when I did that to you? And you remember when I did that to you, JD?
Yes, but I was bluffing you. And to be honest, I really thought that somebody had like cloned your account or something. Because
Yeah.
if you look down here where my picture is, down here where you
Mm-hmm.
could see,
Mm-hmm.
if you click them three dots, you
I
should be
could
able to see who
authenticate.
authenticated. Yeah. And so I saw that it was authenticated as you, but I thought it was somebody else that had hacked you. So that's why I was trying to tell them that I was going to dox them.
Mz.Teavalocity, if that's you, you better stop. I'ma dox you. I said, dox me. There, I said, oh, put that banner down. This is me.
Yeah, because I thought somebody had got into your account some kind of way. Because I'm like, how? I
Yeah.
even said, how you going to log in with her account?
No, you was asking somebody to tell you if your StreamYard was working, and I jumped up there, it was working. So
Well,
I
I
jumped up there.
appreciate your help for that.
Yeah, I was.
But I just got up in here, Miss Velocity, so I have to red ball it to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I've been being my messy self,
Yeah, I know.
and yeah, and I have to tell you that I might have a little bit more mess in store later
Oh,
on this evening.
okay.
But yeah,
Jay Dunn, I've
but
been. Go ahead.
mhm.
I've been staying away from the mess. Really, I haven't been over here too much. I think the storylines are getting like, ugh. But some of it could be true. I don't know. But I've been staying away from the mess. I've been over there in
Well,
someone else's beef.
I'm not okay. Let me rephrase it. I'm not being messy, but I think I might have the other side of the story
Oh,
of the Jessica Michelle.
oh, okay.
Uh
Really? That was
yes.
strange. Now that little bit that I did see was strange to me because I don't know these people, but I just and I guess really because I haven't been in a lot of these chats and I haven't been watching too much. I just recently started seeing her name. Has she been around a long time?
Only probably about the last year.
Oh, yeah.
She actually, yeah, because she came over here when we merged with the black sector.
Oh, okay.
She is one of China White's people.
Oh, okay. See, I've never seen that lady to say yay or nay about her, but I heard you talking about her, and I was just I don't know, you quite entertainment. I think is the way you talk when you be telling a story. I just find you entertaining.
Well, I ain't a screenwriter for nothing.
Damn right,
I ain't
cause
got
boy,
these
you be
degrees with creativity for nothing.
yeah. Well, your ass be creative. And boy, one thing I'm gonna say about you, JD, and I've always said this about you. You like a pit bull when you lock in your ass locking, you don't let go. If somebody bother you and you come after them, you're not gonna let them go.
And that's facts, Miss T
Oh, it
Velocity.
is facts, baby. I watch you. Like I said, I laugh at you, and you be trolling the hell out of these people too. Oh, you one hell of a troll. I said, now look at this. Look at this. Now she just trolling ass. I just look at her. But yeah, I haven't, you know what? I really been in like watching other stuff. I've been in, like I said, I've been watching this beef go on with these brothers. The brothers get rough over there too. They,
Hmm.
yeah, I've been watching this thing with Sharp Tank and DJ Academics and some of the men over on that side, and they be getting down too.
Now I've heard of DJ Academics, but not the other ones.
Sharp,
But
yeah.
I heard of DJ Academics some years ago. He done been on here for a long
Yeah,
time.
he been around a long time. Well, Sharp, now let me tell you, I don't even know how he get a position in podcast, but he's a podcast with Adam 22. Is his name is Adam 22 or No Jumper? You have to look at it. But anywho, they have a large following, JD. They have a large following. So now DJ Academics is at it, and boy, some nasty stuff is coming out. Oh, look, she said she met Jessica over at Bernadette's. I've never seen Jessica Michelle. She probably never been in here. But then again, I don't do drama, so.
Well, the one thing that I've noticed about her, she's not a drama person. Jessica
Okay,
Michelle is actually a bisexual lady. So the most
okay.
that I've seen her is over on like lesbian areas.
Oh, okay.
So like she came to support my channel because she knew I was a lesbian.
okay.
Bernadette is also a lesbian, so that's why she was over there.
Oh,
And then also I think I saw her once or twice over on Houston Bread early in the morning.
I haven't seen Houston.
Well, Houston Bread went live a couple of days ago, but she just did it at nighttime, so nobody was expecting it.
And you know what, too, JD? If you're not consistent at this, then your notifications don't go out.
Right.
Your notifications don't. That algorithm knows where to send you to. Because I've been over there, like watching the barbershop. I call it the barbershop bitching. And I've been over there, and that's where it'll send me to. Like the algorithm done changed me. So a lot of times I don't know what's going on here. Like I'm subscribed to you, but I had unsubscribed from a lot of people, believe it or not. I had unsubscribed from a lot of people. So I don't see what's going on over here too much because my algorithm then went to over there in casino, like a lot of the gambling channels, the casinos and stuff. I watch so I haven't been really noticing too much been going over here. But when I heard you live, I could piece together some stuff. But I ain't gonna get into that shit. Nah, that's not me. But you did a good enough job.
Well, thank you. And that's the thing. Another place where Jessica Michelle, I've seen her too. She's been at Decops. Now she will get on the spaceship, and then you might see her at Kimmy. But again, she's one of those people who has known China White through the black sector. And so because China White is over here, then that's how come Jessica Michelle came over here, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, she probably told about. What do you think? Let me ask you something, and I don't know how we got on this. But I want to ask you this. Do you think that the B sector benefited from the merge, or does the black sector benefits more from the merge?
I think the B sector benefits more.
You think so?
Yes, because they are getting more numbers, which means a bigger AdSense check and revenue. Some of the black sector people are coming over here and actually doing cash apps and super chat.
Oh, okay.
Whereas B sector really don't go over there and give them money like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you now. So you think a lot of them come over here and super chat and cash app and what, just don't drop down? I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Well, I know that a lot of those men do. I've heard Pizarro and Brianna talk about it.
Oh, okay. See, because I know I've heard them say over there too that they don't, some of them are not monetized, but they get hell of a cash apps from doing their shows. So so I didn't know. I didn't know who benefited. I thought, to me, that they benefited more than we did, than the B.
Well, I can't say that we helped them to get more people up in their chats.
Okay.
But when I think about benefit, I'm not thinking about the people in your chat. I'm thinking about what you're gaining monetarily.
Okay. I got
because you're not telling a lie. Whenever the merge first happened, they had very low numbers over there.
They did.
Now they have much more people over there, but if nobody in the B sector is actually sending them cash apps, then are they really gaining anything when they are not monetized?
But then how do we know? Because some content creators don't yell, hey, thank you for the cash app. Oh, thank you for the Cash App. You know, I think sometimes that people purposely don't do that, and I think people purposely do it. So it alerts people, hey, send Cash Apps, you know, where some people already know that they have heavy hitters over there that donate to them. So they have to be making money some kind of way. I don't think they come up on here and just, you think they just do shows and don't benefit from it when they have 4 or 5?
Well, I think that they are still making the black sector money that they were making before the merge.
Oh, cool. Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah, I've been over there. Let me tell you something. I don't drop down in some places, but I stay up in the bush. And have heard our people. It's just what I'm people from not our people because they not my, from people over here.
Mhm.
I've heard
Mhm.
them thank people for cash apping them that people that's over here in the black sector. I mean beef sector. So I think they get cash apps, but they just don't say it.
Huh. Well, I know. I guess my only thought is
Mhm.
the first person that I know that went over there giving them money was VS.
Oh. For the
Because like she
interviews.
paying them for interviews.
Mhm.
She is doing different things with them over there, sharing their cash apps during the interviews.
See,
But
yeah.
before she was doing all of that, nobody was doing that.
Okay. Well, I've been wondering just how things are moving over here because like I said, I haven't been I've been working and I haven't been watching too much, because I was kind of bored over here to be honest with you, JD. It was getting
Hmm.
kind of weak over here. But in anyway, I take a break. I take a break every now and then. You may not see me come back for a whole month. But what I did notice was that I noticed a lot of these content creators, several content creators are mimicking each other to the T. To the
Hmm.
T. Even verbiage they use. I'm like, dang. And I'm
I
like,
would agree.
so where's the individuality at?
I would agree. But people have always been, taken away from other content creators on here.
Yeah.
That's why I make sure that if I'm saying something that I know I heard somebody say, I make sure I give them credit for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I agree with you. It has been very dry.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as at any chance I get that I could get this heat, motherfucker, I was about to start cussing. If I could get that
Oh,
bish,
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
get
I
that
know who you're
bish.
talking about. I know you are loving every bit of it. I'm watching it. I'm
I
watching it.
am.
And like I
Yeah.
said, I think it's something about you. I just laughed. I said, look at her ass. She's just not gonna let go. I said,
Mm-mm. No.
take those teeth out of them, please. I said, and it's like, oh yeah. And you know who you remind me of sometimes, JT?
Who?
Columbo. Columbo. Oh yeah. And you'll be going, hi, Queen Diva, hi, Meaty Black, hey, Duchess. Oh, and hit the like, please like my video. But again, I meant to tell y'all something else I saw. She was up there crying, she was doing this, shit, and that. Then you go back and then you go. And another thing, I said, well, look at my little Columbo. Do you know who Columbo is?
Yeah, he was like a detective or
And
something
remember
in
how
the
he would,
TV show.
yeah, remember how he would leave Jay Dunn and he said, and he come back and he said, oh, and I forgot one thing. Why was that pipe laying? Why was that pipe laying on the dresser? I noticed that. I just remember, and then he'll walk out. So you my little
Wow.
Columbo, JD. You like
I've never watched an episode of it, but I know of that show.
you do
So
the
that's
same
interesting.
thing. You said, well, yeah, and then somebody get you up your game. You said, oh, well, let me forget before I forget. Let me tell you this. I said, there she go. You go back right to digging, right to dragging where you came from. Like I said, I like entertainment. Now I'm gonna tell you something I told Diva today too when I talked about the B sect and stuff. I was telling Diva, I said, Diva, you know what? People could say what they want about lovely love. Lovely love, I don't have no yay or no nay or anything to say about her. I don't engage with it. You know what I mean? She hasn't been around for
Hmm.
years, like. But my thing is, she's one that I really believe she just do this stuff for fun. I don't think she mean harm, even when she go after people, cause she just so like, oh well, I thought we all talk about each other. Whenever somebody's really going at it, and think about it, when you notice that somebody's really going at it and getting serious, she'll say something like, "Oh, I thought we was just having fun. We all drag each other. Oh, I don't think she really takes it too serious. Do you?
I I don't think that she is malicious,
She's
and
not.
I do believe that she has a very good heart.
Oh, me too.
But the only issue is that she don't know how to stay on the topic.
She don't. She's a panel
And
killer now.
she interrupts everybody.
Oh, she does. You know what? It's just some people that kill panels. You could have a nice panel, and all of a sudden, when certain people hit the link, they just detour. They detour and start talk. And some people just talk about themselves so much. It's like, baby, it's not about you. It's about me. She just gets up there and start getting into her own world. And she's off topic. But I really believe the more and more that I have watched it, that she really does not take this serious. She thinks she be
She
having
don't. She's very genuine. I think that Lovely Love is a very
fun.
genuine person.
Me too, JD. Me too. I was telling Dee, she don't never mean no harm. She just think y'all out there having fun, and she could be getting real heated. She still thinking she having fun, and then she'll start dragging somebody just to get involved. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, sit down. But
Let me give you an example of what I saw Lovely Love do earlier today. Now, I don't typically watch Jay Wilson, but
I don't
because the streets were dry, somebody had shared him. And so I clicked over there. And have you seen the UK guy, Lord Karma, who has been coming in the
your
sector now?
mod, your mod.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was a temporary mod. He was a temporary mod because I had went live late in the middle of the night and all of my moderators were
Oh,
sleeping. Yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
he's not a mod currently, but he doesn't mind filling in as temporary
Mhm,
whenever I have those late night lives because he is on a different time zone.
mhm. Okay.
But anyway, him and Jay Wilson was over there talking about the economic crisis,
Mhm.
about how people are homeless in the UK and in the United States and all this kind of stuff,
Mhm.
about how the government is failing people.
Oh
Lovely
yeah.
Love was up there chiming in, but kind of derailing, but they'll put her right back on the path.
Mhm,
Lord Cormer was talking about the parliament and how the
mhm.
parliament is not doing
It's
its best job for
mhm.
the people. And Lovely Love was like, well, the parliament, they do us wrong here too.
But she don't know. She probably do. I don't want to say this. Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, but
does
that was
she
an
know?
example of
Does
her
she
just
really know what
chiming
the
in.
parliament is? But does she know what
Right.
the parliament is? I guess she just wanted to be, a part of the conversation.
And it's like
Yeah.
the parliament don't do nothing for the United States.
But
We don't even have one.
uh, but right? Because I'm telling you, now listen, she could do something now. Let me tell you something. She could say some mean shit too and be malicious at times. But I think for the most part, when I hear her, I just say she just so out of it. And they just got to keep telling her to be quiet, be quiet. No, be quiet. And then she's not even talking about what's going on. Oh, I just laugh. I just laugh.
When she jumped up in there talking about the parliament be doing us wrong, and she was like, especially in San Antonio.
What? Yes.
Yeah, because she don't move to San Antonio, so she was talking about how San Antonio do people wrong, and I guess she thinks the parliament got something to do with that.
She she probably, you know what? She probably most likely was thinking government, just government, parliament, government. I mean, government, parliament? That's the only thing I can make out of it. She thinking, oh yeah, they talking about the government. Yeah, it is getting crazy over here though with so many homeless people, jobless people. You would think they would do more for us, but then this could be also in this systematic plan.
Yeah,
What
but
moves
I just said all that to say, yeah, I think she has a great heart.
I think so
Sometimes she
too.
just be clueless about what is going on, but she
Yes.
just I believe that she doesn't like to sit quiet.
She just, yeah.
She gotta say something,
She gotta say something.
even if it's wrong.
She on everybody's panel. She was all over in the black sector, the Mo3 or whatever sector over. I said, now what the hell is she doing up here? Talking about something they wasn't talking about. You are absolutely right about that. They was talking about A and B. She jumps up there. Oh, I forgot where I was at. Commence the cussing. Just commence the cussing whoever it was out. Whoever it was, I said, now, oh my gosh, what is she over here for? She gets around. She just wants to have friends, and she likes virtual friends. You know, like I said, she's never done anything to me. She used to come in here when I do the morning every now and then. But boy, she's definitely one of those panel people that you like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
And one thing that I have to tell you, Mz.Teavalocity, I think the reason why Lovely Love can be herself, even though it's confusing at times, is because she is a loyal person. If she up in one of them sectors and she see a B sector person getting jumped, no matter who it is, she jumping up there. Even if she don't like your ass in real life.
Now,
you don't even like that person in real life, but you still gonna jump up there to try to help him fight.
That's probably what I'm saying too, JD. She stick with the B sector, and I'm gonna tell y'all, people don't. Let me tell y'all, she could flip flop, flippity flop flop. But you know who stick with the B sector and B sector strong? Is that damn Truth Enterprise. I saw you in there mucking with her.
Girl, and that's the thing. I ended up getting blocked over there, Mz.Teavalocity, because you saw it.
You said she don't even know it's me. She don't. I'm telling you, I be a lot of places. Now that's a beef sector girl. She lives and breathes the beef sector. She ain't even part of us. The beef sector, they ain't. Oh, she's a real beef sector girl. Her and Lovely Love both. They beef sector heavy. They go stick up for the beef sector now. They ain't gonna.
But Mz.Teavalocity, I'd be happy the day that Truth Enterprise can actually pronounce your name. Girl, I don't know what in the hell she be over there calling you. I'd be like, girl, just sound it out, bitch. Sound it out.
Wait, Mz.Teavalocity. Miss Treva, you know, Queen Diva sister, you see one, you see the other. We laugh at that so much. I hear her chop my name up. Sometimes I be at work listening to y'all, right? And I just laugh. And my office is looking at me like, what the hell is she laughing at? Because they don't see my earbud in. You know,
right.
Going in. And I just be laughing. The other day you did a live, I was laughing at that whole. I said, look at my little Columbo there. She just go let it go. And somebody was talking to you, you was into it. You say, yeah. And then another thing too, if you looked over at so-and-so, she really was doing that, y'all. I ain't lying. Well, look, she was doing it. I said, look at this little messy ass. She just going. And then you'll tell them to hold up because you want to go back to your story. Like you'll start reading the chat, and reading the chat gets you thrown off, doesn't it?
It does. Mm-hmm.
It gets me thrown off, but yeah, she just be having fun, man. But boy, oh boy, she taking the licking too because they cusses out. But I think she just enjoy cussing people out, and she don't mean any harm sometimes. But like I said, sometimes you can go at people though, you know, and they'll come for your ass. You just can't go at everybody because they take it serious when you talking about them, you know.
Mm-hmm. But even that day up in Truth, Mz.Teavalocity,
that was
the only reason.
Yesterday. Huh? It was yesterday in Truth.
Yeah. And the only reason why she blocked me is because she was doing commentary saying that Jessica Michelle followed this heat over here.
Right. And
I knew that was a lie because Jessica Michelle came over here when the black sector did.
But Truth be having some stuff. But let me tell you something. She be having some stuff jacked up too. But one thing about it, she gonna get over there, Juke Join. And that girl enjoy doing what she do. And if you want to catch up, if you wanna oh, somebody saying yes. I don't know who this is. I do love the way she narrated her lives. They talking about you, JD. And if you want to catch up, just go to Truth. Like if I don't watch this and I see where Truth pop on, I just go over there and get bits and pieces. And one day she'll be okay with this person. The next day, she might be cussing them out if she done seen you somewhere else or you done said something. But I enjoy her. You know, it's just certain things you call entertainment. I call you and her. I just enjoy watching y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
do. It's the way you narrate. Like
She had that all the way wrong because Jessica Michelle didn't follow this heat over here.
you was trying to tell her.
Yeah, and she don't like to be corrected, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Don't come
If you
over
want to be
here.
accurate,
Jay Dunn, don't come in here in the juke joint telling me my stuff. Yeah, she did real bad. And you was just taunting her. But she didn't even realize it was you. You said,
girl, when I switched to my other one,
yeah,
no, she didn't. And I'm like, how dumb are you?
that was messed up. I said, look at her. Just taunting. Truth don't even realize that that's damn Jay Dunn. And she all in the chat. I was laughing. I was watching it because I like watching
It
her.
was funny though. But yeah, it's very interesting. But I just be happy when she can pronounce your name. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
you know what though? I know she'll be the hard, but she chops it up, and every time she chops it up, I just laugh if I'm in there. She yelling, Mz.Teavalocity, go join her, go subscribe to her, you know. I said, look at her, but she means no harm. I think a lot of people come on here to escape some things, and they really come on here as fun. But a lot of shit is getting just turned upside down, man. But I can't wait to hear the rest of your story. I'm about to get off, but I will be listening to you because that's how I caught up on what was going on.
Well, yeah, well, I'm waiting to see if it's going to happen, but it might be later on tonight. For me to get the other side of the story about this mess. So we'll see. But I appreciate you for having me up, Mz.Teavalocity.
Oh, you know, always you good with me, JD, and I'll be
Okay.
there. You good with me? Thanks, baby, for coming up.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye, bye, babe. Yeah, some things you could come in here and you could laugh at, and you could have a good time when people really thoroughly entertain
I pressed the button, but it didn't let.
You know, some things you could still come over here and laugh at. Like I said, I enjoy it's for entertainment. Love the beef sector. Yeah, some of the entertainment is good over here. And it's for me, Janet Lee, some of it goes a little, you know, below my entertainment threshold. You know, that's me though. I don't have to watch. I don't know why people get mad at other people and talk about what they do on their platforms and what they don't like about their platforms. All you do but have to click off or don't click on to their lives. If they doing something you don't like, just hey, leave the live. You don't even have to tell nobody. Just leave the live. Just go. You don't have to stay here. No one's forcing us to support other people. Like I said, I pull my support back from a lot of people that I just don't support for whatever reason. For one, like I said, when I think things is not any longer entertaining to me, I just don't be bothered with it. I just go elsewhere. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about people no more. I don't even want to really say too much about the beef sector because I haven't been watching them because, like I said, when something is not suitable to watch for me, I leave. I don't come down here and make videos. I don't drag anybody about it. But I see a lot of stuff going on here is just not up to par that I call entertainment. So I just go somewhere else, you know. And like I said, sometimes I hang in the bushes and watch stuff and I just don't drop down. I just don't engage, you know. But you know, I've been watching other areas. Like I said, I'm over there watching what goes on with these brothers over there because they get raw too. I'll be watching some of that stuff too. Other than women, I go over there and watch my men's. I know it's men. I go over there and watch the men beef because they, you know, they sit around chit chat too, but it's just different. and a lot of their stuff be about, the music industry when they talk about stuff, So I go over there and try to stay abreast of what's going on in the music industry sometime. But anywho, you guys, I appreciate y'all for coming. I really do, Janet Lee. Thanks for stopping down, for dropping down. And let's see, Jay Dunn, thanks for joining the platform. Jill, thank you so much. Michi Black, hey baby. And Queen Diva, as always. Duchess, my bootleg co-host. I saw you leave, dear. See you later. And I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, because I don't know, unless somebody else coming up. I don't know what else we could talk about, child, because I'm not talking about nothing over, like I said, I haven't really been watching that stuff too much. But I don't know what else to talk about. I am out. As for me, like I said, I'm working on my editing. Did y'all see my editing? And look what I did for this little. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm learning, because at one point, if people know, when they first got here, I didn't even know how to edit, but now I'm pretty good. That was for Akira. I meant to put music to a pretty little girl, 18. They was doing something for her. I love that picture of her right there. I truly like that picture of her right there. So that was something I did on my own. And like I said, I'm learning. I'm proud of myself. It takes me a long time to try to get the beats and the music and stuff. I am going to try to do a couple of uploads. But if I do the crime uploads, here's the deal. I have to be honest with you. For me, I don't have a narrating voice. And so when I did one long time ago, I wasn't in the rhythm, so it appeared it sounded like, it sounded like I was just reading off for notes or something. I don't want to do that. So I have to learn how to, narrate a little better and a little smoother, where it sounds more natural than me just reading, right? So I know I did upload a while back, and I just did it silent. I had music to it, and I just did it as a slide, So I may do a couple of those and try to upload, because like I said, I'm not that comfortable in narrating. So it makes it hard for me to upload videos and talk through them. Then you got to edit, you got to chop it just right. And oh God, it's a lot of work, you guys. And these 12 hours kick my butt, so I get a little tired. But I thought I did pretty good for this, So you guys, we gonna get ready to get out of here. I've been on here for 2 hours. You like my voice? Oh yeah, everyone be saying, oh, you do? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, Janet Lee. You know you like my voice. Thank you. But some people say I'm monotone. I got a man's voice. I sound like a man. I just don't think I have that narrating voice with comfortability that I could just, talk. And so I'm learning. I'm gonna run a couple of things through. How you get in the mirror and practice. I'm gonna get in the mirror and practice a little bit, and I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on some shorts too. I'm gonna start trying to get more social media savvy, do a couple of shorts and go on IG and do some shorts. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate it. Please make sure y'all hit that like. I mean, it ain't like, if you see it, straighten it up. This is too loud. Hold on. If you see a king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see a queen's crown crooked, help her straighten up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are our joint heirs. They are our future. They are looking to inherit something other than mess, stress, and drama. As always, I hope you be a blessing. Oops, I skipped the part. I hope you all are trying to create generational wealth. I know I'm working on it. And as always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. A simple hello, how are you? You look beautiful today. I like that tie you have on, sir. Your hat is dappering. You sure look good, ma'am. I love your smile. Can I buy that cup of coffee for you? I'll grab those groceries. Oops, I'll hold that door. You look radiant today. You never know what someone is going through, and it's so easy to be a blessing to somebody because it doesn't take much. Make sure you're being a blessing to someone. And with that being said, I shall talk to y'all later. Peace and be safe. If you pray, please continue to pray. Look how continue to pray. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for joining me. Diva, as always, thank you. I appreciate you. And Queen B, be nice. And let's get out of here. I don't know why I've been getting so tired lately.